Alright, here we are. I'm back. Alright, let's see. What am I doing? Alright, getting this set up. Switching that to that. Turning that off. It's not right now. And let's get to going. So, welcome to the next installment of Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, it's already Sunday. So this is the big day where Yuri is going to come over to our house and it was either study or help with setting up. Oh no, we were going to... Fuck, I think we were decorating? Let's look.
Really?
Nope, yep, she's coming to our house. But I don't remember why. But we're really nervous about it, so let's see what happens. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's coming to visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Where are your parents? That's what I want to know. Where are our parents? Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. Ooh. Livy, we've been texting. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Well, fill us in. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It was like Thursday. It's been like 3 days. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Probably not, but you're not going to give us any choice. Oh, never mind. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri came over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Oh god. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to come running down to greet me. I head up to her room, where I finally find her. Sayori. Oh, there she is. Hey, you changed clothes. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. Not reading this. New song though. That's nice. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. Oh, good. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Like this calendar from 2012. Come on, Sayori. It's 2017. You take that down. At least the plants are still alive. Hope so. You can add it back to the slideshow then.
Huh?
I can add it back to the slideshow. Sayori had already left by the time we decided to that last meeting. Hey, Doki, how's it going? Or Natsuki. I should probably call you Natsuki, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of Dokis around. I mean, it's part of the name of the game. How's it going? As far as I can tell, you haven't missed any of the weird stuff yet. And by weird, I mean apparently this game does some really crazy stuff that I've been trying to avoid. Doing alright. Just got home from work about an hour ago. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. I like to think she actually picked a random direction, looked around a whole bunch, and then just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna look up and to the left. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Yeah, apparently this game has a really weird thing. It's either horror or it actually straight up abuses the player. I'm not sure which. That's just what I've been told and what I've seen on Kotaku and stuff like that. But we'll find out. I'm thinking it'll be today. Right now we're helping out a depressed friend. I finally get to the point. It's about damn time. I feel like you should have came in asking her how she was. Sayori smiles and shakes her head. I'm only reading the inner monologue and the descriptors. Hey, Surfer, you're back! Or Suffer. Silver Suffer? Yeah, that says Suffer. Anyway, welcome back! We missed you on Tuesday. Yeah, send it to me. I'll add it to the slideshow later. Let's see here. So, Sayori definitely worries about what we think about her way too much. I'm beginning to think that her poem about the putting her emotions in bottles and handing them to her friends is a little bit more on the nose than...
She just blames the world for you coming over.
She blamed what?
She just blames the world for you coming over.
My goodness, Doki Yuri. See, I was right. We'd get more than one Doki, so you're going to be Yuri. Not the one from the game, but you're going to be Yuri. That way we can differentiate between Natsuki. Oh, god damn it. This is just going to get complicated now. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. Once Sayori doesn't show up, because this would make this whole conversation even more awkward. Now I almost wish I had the chat on screen so that we could see all this. Let me fix something real quick. Transform. Nope. Order. Move to bottom. Wait, do I not have... Did my goal get broken? Looks like my goal got broken. Move up. Yep, goal got broken. Oh well. Fuck it. Let's see. Something gonna happen to you. Oh! Surfer, whatever. All you've missed so far was, we read some more poetry. Sayori here wrote a really depressing one. Hey, the mouse is fixed this time. Good, it actually... Nope, still messed up. Never mind. Basically, the gist of what happened was we ended up reading more poetry. Sayori got depressed because they were spending too much time with Yuri. We ended up getting suckered into actually going and reading poetry at the festival that's next week. So now it's Sunday. Yuri's supposed to come over so we can work on, I believe, decorations for the festival. Well, Sayori's here depressed in her room. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Apparently we put Sayori in a trap. Oh yeah, and this apparently has been here for years, so...
And ripped off an entire corner.
Yeah, which is like the holidays and stuff. Let's see, what are we doing?
The tree just died.
Well, the plants are alright.
It's wilting.
Wilting?
Shut up.
Plants are wilting. No. You almost flicked me in the eye.
I was gonna aim for your cheek.
Aw. Poor Sayori. To be honest, we thought you were late to school every day because you were just lazy.
Or dits.
Or lazy. Very lazy. Or really like taking long showers. This game just got too real.
I think we're finally just getting somewhere.
Like, it's finally, there's
We're
depth here
finally
other than just the
getting somewhere.
poetry. Like, Jesus, this is actually really good. Like, it still hasn't quite knocked the last digital novel I read off the list, but this one's up there. It's a solid number 2. I've only read 2, but it's a good solid number 2. Unless you count Honey Pop, but that's not really a digital novel. That's a match 3 game with nudity. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? I know, right? Wouldn't it be? I mean, then we could have a deep conversation, like, literally with Sayori, and, like, be like, hey, the fuck? What's going on? Come on. Like, in your poem, you admit that you care about your friends a lot, and that's why you give them all these happy memories. But, come on. Do it for your friends. Because your friends love you. You know, once again, I should have, like, gotten something to eat before I started this.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, well, it was either poop or eat. I just had to poop. Make a weird voice. See, I kind of do a weird voice when I'm reading, like, the sort of, like, sensual parts of the game, or where things are starting to get creepy. I don't want to do a weird voice. Like, that's the whole reason why I'm not reading, like, the characters' dialogue, because I don't want to have to do voices the whole time. It'll give me a headache. Whatever it means. Hurting. Whoa, wait, me. This is Japan. I'm fairly certain euthanasia is an option, and you just offer to do whatever it takes to make her stop hurting. Careful. That's all I'm saying, just careful. We don't want to have to put Sayori down. I mean, if she gets rabies, that's one thing, breaks an ankle, but not for this. I'd rather she was hurting and alive than us be a murderer.
Well, if it's assisted suicide, you can't really get in trouble.
Yeah, you can. Still murder.
Depending on the country you're in.
Well, that's why I'm thinking euthanasia is... I mean, technically, we are the euthanasia right now.
Oh my god.
Tear streak down Sayori's face.
Oh my god. That was a terrible pun.
Was it? That was a good one.
That was a terrible pun.
It segued perfectly into it. I didn't even have to stretch for that one. I didn't have to sit here and go, I really want to make a euthanasia joke. I actually made one and thought of a good one. I'm proud of that one. You know, Sayori actually reminds me of someone that I went to high school with. Someone that I actually dated for a while. And by for a while, I mean like 5 days. And we were dating for 5 days.
Yeah, okay.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her in tight. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do the voice. This time, I pull her in to a tight embrace. I need like a little one of those little recording button things that I need to go look up like some hentai or something and just get one of like the weird moan squeak things that the girls do, and just whenever text like this shows up, just hold it close to my mic and hit the button.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she does have a nice bow.
There will be a resounding slap right afterwards.
No. We see you every day regardless. We're fucking neighbors.
To be fair, you only came for the cupcakes.
Yeah, and we only joined it for the cupcakes anyway. And, like... seriously. And where the fuck is everyone's parents?
It's Japan.
Where are they?
Depending on how old you are, you can get your own place.
Yeah, but she has a 2-story house. And she's a high school student. I
They
highly
work.
doubt...
They work all the fucking time.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Oh. Aw. Bye, Surfer. Suffer. Wherever. We'll be doing this again on Tuesday, same time, if you want to come hang out for that. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Sayori barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. I think it's time to call the cops. Or a teacher. To be fair, I haven't seen anyone of legal age. At all. Like, I assume there are because we go to school and shit, but...
I mean, I'm assuming the one tall black-haired chick is an upperclassman, so she's at least 18.
Not necessarily. She could be 17 or 16.
Legal age is 16 over there.
Well, in that case, then they're probably all legal.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're all legal, except for the one little one. Who's probably like 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah, barely legal.
Barely legal.
She doesn't know a lot. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
My food.
I didn't, and I really need to get some. Sayori lets me go. Why was it dark for that entire scene? I guess because we were doing something the animators didn't want to draw. As she does so, I let her go as well. What? It's a touching, huggy moment. Oh, the festival's tomorrow. Shit, we got a lot of work to do. Sayori wipes her eyes. So, my prediction of her killing herself was pretty close. Or hurting herself, rather. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. But apparently... I don't know. I'm sitting here making fun of depression and shit, but in all seriousness, if you're having trouble, reach out to someone. Like, I know it might feel selfish and shit, and you might feel like shit for reaching out, but you are the only you that exists, so do something about it. Like, seriously. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Anyone who picks on you for it, fuck them. Like, don't literally fuck them, but, like, who needs them? Fuck those people. I like a smile. But the text didn't tell me she was smiling. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home... If the game blames me for leaving her alone, I have video evidence that I did nothing because I had no option to do anything. If it were me, I would have canceled with Yuri and told her, look, something came up, and spent the whole day with her, and by spent the whole day with her, I mean call the cops.
Oh my God.
On my way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. See? It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I wouldn't be worrying so much if... What? Oh, I shouldn't be worrying so much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri! My parents! My parents are home! Shit! Oh, Yuri, it's nice to see you're wearing more clothes today than you do at school.
She still tucks her hair into her armpit.
I know, right? No, it goes behind her back.
She tucks her hair into her armpit. We've discussed this. She braids them. God, it does.
Can you get me some drink, please?
What kind of drink?
This game's giving me the thirst. I don't know. Something. Even half and half will do. Even a cup of half and half would do.
We're almost out of half and half.
Okay.
It's also gross. Might be sugar free, but no.
I like half and half.
Not by itself.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys.
What are you doing on my computer?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Don't worry about it. I don't know how much of a delay there is. Alright, here we go. I don't think that's... It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. I don't know what it was. I wasn't really paying attention. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Yep. I take Yuri to my room. So, you have too many bookshelves for the amount of books you own.
Yeah. They're not even properly stored.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
And I'm pretty sure we've got a bunch of flashcards on the top shelf.
I think those are CDs. Oh, and the rainbow stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I feel like this is a room I could get intimate in.
No.
This is a good plan. I like this plan.
No.
The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Also, you've got a bookworm coming over. I feel like it would be prudent to have more books. Like, more books would be better, I feel, here.
Maybe listen to audio shit.
No, actually, he already admitted to her that he doesn't read.
Oh.
So, yeah. Hmm. Aw, Yuri would have helped us clean. See, there's another moment where I could have used that push button squeak. You'll have to do that. I could probably get something to record just a little bit of audio.
Go into the closet.
Huh? Yuri's going to the closet. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening the desk drawer of mine. Oh no, she's gonna find our... Yuri's gonna find our Yuri!
Oh my god. Fuck you.
I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly into her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them.
Might be a klepto.
She might be. She stole all these books she's been reading. Every book she's ever read, she has stolen. It's the only way she'll read. She won't read if she bought the book. It's the thrill of knowing that you're learning forbidden, stolen knowledge as you read the novel.
Oh boy.
What?
I just feel like this whole conversation is a double entendre.
Oh, okay. We're talking about we're talking about tomorrow, not right now. I don't think our characters realize that yet. Cupcakes? What did you say?
Cupcakes, you said.
Cupcakes? You know, I joined the literature club for the cupcakes, but then I decided to stay for your cupcakes.
Oh my god. What's the icing on the cake? So
I want to say something else, but it's so out of place and just horrible that I'm just gonna try to remember it for later.
You're just doing that so you don't get slapped on stream.
I need a notepad. Oops. No.
What?
Go away, you're gonna hit me. I'm saving it for later. She brought some things for relaxation. I'm kind of hoping it's just like a bong and some weed or something. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
Maybe it's weed-scented candles.
That wouldn't do anything. Just make the whole room smell dank.
It make me hungry.
So we described a wooden cylindrical object. Careful. I wonder what it could be.
Summoning demons.
Oh. I thought it was a dildo. A cylindrical wooden object? Like, it's not that far of a stretch.
I pictured a cylinder, not a dildo.
I pictured a
Sick
cylinder at
fuck.
first too,
You
but
sick fuck.
with the double entendre of this entire fucking conversation. Herbs.
Tingly.
Tingly herbs. As long as we don't get any fungus around here, I don't want to get sick. Here he takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. See?
What?
She turned the cylinder on. In a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top.
Vapor.
That
It's not a dildo. It doesn't vibrate. The hell's wrong with you? Aside from my friend, I don't think anybody would want to stick a cylindrical object up their fucking crotch.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm
Yep.
talking about.
Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. Did Yuri leave chat? Because I feel like Yuri should have a lot of stuff to talk about here, especially with what I'm insinuating. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. A 100 words. So just write the number 1, the number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. You just do it 100 times and there you go. She's got really good ideas for decorating this classroom. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Her cheeks are always red. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Hey, a marker. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. Silver handle with an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's her virgin sacrificing knife. And you're next. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. I'm getting weirded out.
She might be.
I think we're about to die.
She might.
Oh.
She's in the knife play. She's so funny.
Oh, the camera's not on. There's no reason for me to grab my knife. She likes long, pointy objects. Well, purple hair.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those, like, those crazy intricate blades with like the wrist guard on it and all this other crazy stuff that you see at like the knife shop and the other places that don't actually serve any practical purpose other than sitting on a shelf and looking cool and collecting dust. Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Like this knife I've got here, which is like, I think it's like a foot-long blade on it and everything. This one has a purpose. What?
I can't see that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just describing it here. It's my someone broke into my house knife. While I'm at my desk, I have my someone broke out into my house pistol in the bedroom. What are you doing?
Take a sip of your drink.
It's my drink. The hell did I just knock off?
I don't know.
Something just fell off my end table here. Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? She said that, I didn't.
Pretty sure you'd like to hold something else.
No, she said that.
I know, pretty sure you'd like to hold something else.
Well, maybe. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. What the fuck did I knock off of here? I actually still have no idea. I'm underneath here and I don't see anything. Oh, it's my old Game Boy Advance case. That explains it. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. You idiot. You idiot. Because I like to feel pain and I'm a fucking moron, that's why. Ooh, pizza.
Oh, gross. No!
Where'd my ranch go?
You put it away.
Did I?
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh well.
It's your fault. He's the one who decided to hurt himself.
Oh, because she should have warned us.
Don't warn an idiot.
True. The more idiots you warn, the more idiots there will be. Because they survive too long.
They're like cockroaches.
Poison your knives. That's what I say.
Wow. Why bother poisoning a knife?
So when idiots try to test the sharpness and cut themselves, they die. From him.
Rather than learn.
A drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger.
Swear to God, that's what I think he's gonna do.
Oh, I know what she's about to do.
I swear to God, that's what
Yuri
I think
takes
he's
my
gonna
hand
do.
and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. Without what? Yep!
I know it!
Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger.
Oh, God.
Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Om nom nom. Om nom nom.
She likes blood.
She
She's
likes
a
the blood.
vampire.
I would like to suck your blood. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up.
Besides going into the drawer in my room?
Oh, no. This is distinctively more embarrassing. Don't go around just sucking random people's fingers. Tell her you liked it. Sure, it was a bit weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was trying to help, right?
Oh, God.
Or get it infected. When was the last time she brushed her teeth? You don't know.
You could also be a vampire. She's not trying to change you.
Yeah. No, now you're a vampire. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway.
Really?
I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Use your finger licking.
Now that we've gotten this out of the way, the rest of the day ought to go smoothly.
Or even.
This is exactly how, when I was growing up, if there was any sort of tension between me and a girl I was in my room with, I just lick her finger and tell her, now you do me!
Oh my god.
They didn't stay very long, but it broke the tension. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Because you did! You fucking licked her finger!
What the fuck's wrong with you?
If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
Oh, you're so weird.
Apparently I am.
How is he weird when she's the one winning?
Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? Me? The finger licker? Weird? I think not.
It's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black.
I have no response for that.
Ache and burn.
The tension is quickly lifted. See? Licking someone's finger always breaks the tension. It may cause other problems, but it does break the tension.
I'm glad that was not an open blade.
No, the only thing I keep opening is just a little screwdriver bottle opener portion.
Still.
Make this yours. Highland Mutual,
Let me see.
Berlin, Pennsylvania. Nope, this is mine.
Uh-uh.
We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Ah, yes. Let's sweep across to the next awkward incident. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Oh, you used Pinterest, and you let us think this entire time this is all original. How dare you? How dare you? Smack your wrist. Paint tablets? Do we have to mix our own paint? One of the things Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Six cups of water. Do they use cups in Japan?
Yes.
I think they use liters or milliliters.
She's gonna go rifling through his drawers once he leaves.
I hope so.
She tried to do that before.
Oh, they're not cups. They're like cups. They're like measuring cups, but like cups. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Well, if you just go into the kitchen, into the measuring cup drawer, and just grab a measuring cup, you could just make cups. Or read the directions on the fucking package. I put them on a plate to catch up any paint that drips, then bring them back to my room. Yuri. Yay, she's really happy.
We have another prediction here.
Uh-huh. My notepad. I come in to see Yuri quickly rolling up her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Like, that's not the face of someone who's guilty. Look at that face.
Sounds like it's pale shit.
That is true.
She looks pale as shit.
She doesn't always look that pale.
She's always... If anything, she's always red. A little? If anything...
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. Is that a special knife, Yuri? I mean, I know I made the virgin cutting knife joke, but that may actually be true. Yuri smiles at me. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Oh wait, shit! There was quotes around that. Fuck! Painting on a banner with watercolor feels a lot like the art class projects we had to do back then. It's relaxing. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. Just read. That's all she wants to do. Oh, even if Yuri and I are quite... Sorry, I got engrossed in the story. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Like I'm doing right now, guys. Like this, like the stream. It's like sharing these experiences with people. Yuri smiles gently. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. I rush to get a small towel, and then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Aww. Aww. Them sad eyes. Them sad eyes. Sad. I can point at one of them. I can't point at the other one. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. She holds my wrist. I keep my hand still against her neck. She blinking?
I think so.
She looks into my eyes, or does she just look up? It is an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. By her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through parted lips. What's happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling up sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Oh.
Lightheaded.
I don't think so. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. Oh, well, that's good.
Start looking for blood stains.
I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. I feel like this literature club is like the club of like depression. It's a depression club. Which I don't think they were allowed to make, so they just made a quote-unquote literature club and they decided they just all be emo and talk about poetry. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it is very pretty and natural looking. You're still paler than you should be.
She did say she was lightheaded.
Yeah.
Focused. That's why I said start looking for blood stains.
But there's plenty more for us to do here. I mean, how often do you see an actual bed? Ow, stop it.
Fuck. What does that mean?
That people in Japan don't usually have beds? They have sleeping mats.
Two. It's a bed.
No, that's a sleeping mat. That's an actual bed. Would you get your foot off of me? It's cold.
Four. They do have beds. And they're not called mats, they're futons.
No, they're mats. They're called sleeping mats.
They call them
No,
futons.
futon is a different thing.
For us, yes, but not for them.
Well, then I would call it a sleeping mat, because a futon is a couch that turns into a bed.
Well, for them, it's a sleeping mat.
There you go.
It's still a bed!
My point is, that's a full-size bed. That looks like a queen to me, actually.
So he's wealthy, I guess. I don't know. Although his pillows look a little dirty. They're looking really gray.
I was secretly hoping that we'd have extra time after finishing the work. Of course you were. Teenage boy. Yuri thinks to herself.
Yeah, the amount of sorries.
Like a bunch of Canadians. I understand. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Because the classroom's so damn stressful. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. No, it definitely doesn't mean that. It's like the opposite. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for God damn it! Keep doing that.
You might as well just start reading the dialogue.
I'm not reading the dialogue. There's too much reading. And there's like just enough like actual like thing like Yuri fidgets. There's just enough for me to read that and it not feel weird. I kind of say that without thinking. I know what to do, hun. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Like she always does. That's her default expression. It's just bashful smile. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Ah!
Ah.
Really? You couldn't have upped the resolution of this image?
It's just a close.
This is literally just they zoomed in on the same image. They couldn't even, like, sharpen it or anything. Like, isn't that what you just did to that other image just now? It takes, what, maybe 10 minutes to do?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Because you couldn't find the thing.
Yeah.
I assume they know where the thing is in the program they used to make this. But you couldn't have sharpened this fucking image? You just... I understand not having special images for all of the different things going on, like us helping, what's her name? Neighbor girl, I can't remember her name. I understand not having a special image for us hugging, because number one, you have to create a concept for the player character's image, which then makes us kind of lose absorption. Then you had to do all this other stuff. But, like, this is just lazy. Fucking really. How am I supposed to respond to that? By fixing the fucking image. But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Ah!
Pulls back.
Good God!
He jumped back. He didn't pull back.
So they'd animate that, but they won't animate anything else.
She jumped away. Oh dear.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Do her fingertips look a little red? Oh, I can't point down there.
It's just shading.
Hope so. It got completely quiet, by the way. There's no music right now. It's really weird feeling. Unless, like, we ran out of music somehow. You're... Sayori. Beams.
Oh.
Ah! She teleports away.
She flew away.
Sayori waves goodbye after her. She didn't have to wave long because you just couldn't see her after half a second. She was completely out of sight. Fun. Yes. Fun. You look really happy. You look like you're about to cry.
Yeah. Maybe that's how she works. She works off of other people's happiness.
I don't think so. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
Maybe.
No, that's not how it works, because she's feeling empty.
Well, that's the thing with depression. You use what you can to not feel empty. If she latches onto other people's emotions, that's how she works. Oh, she's just heartbroken.
I almost want to see what happens if we pick her instead.
I don't think you have a choice. It seems to be pushing you with Yuri.
No, because I do have a choice, because these two saves
Oh,
I can choose.
Okay. Anyway.
That's why I saved there, because they're actual choices, so I can save over those.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
No. Character You're an idiot. That's not what she's saying at all. You're an idiot. Like, seriously. Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. No, you're making it worse. What are you doing? Stop it.
What have you done?
Pull back. Abort.
Abort. Pull out.
Stop it.
Abort mission.
See, does he get it yet? Please tell me the next time I hit the space bar, he's gonna understand. He might. Oh. Oh.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh boy.
I don't want you to hurt anymore. Is that why we stole Yuri's knife? I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
What? You'll always be my
Oh, son of a
dearest
bitch!
You can either trap yourself in a shitty relationship or friend zone her.
No, I think we can either kill Yuri or we can kill Sayori.
Oh my god.
So,
Right now she doesn't need a relationship. You should just be friends with her.
we're gonna save. Oh, apparently there's 9 times 6 is 54. There's 54 different places we can actually save here, so we got plenty of save spots. You will always be my dearest friend.
Damn.
It's fucking terrible.
You just invalidated her feelings and then friend zoned her ass.
God, that feels good. Someone who's been friend zoned way too many goddamn times. That felt good. Not really. That felt horrible. Fuck. Why is there an earbud piece on my desk? No, go over there. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression.
Damn.
She's not coming to school tomorrow.
Nope.
And if she is, it's with a gun.
Or a knife.
Or a
same
bomb.
Knife.
Or a bomb.
She's probably gonna go over to Yuri's.
Can I borrow your virgin cutting knife?
I just need it for a while. You're probably not even gonna miss it.
I'll give it back to you. In your chest.
But first I need to take it for a little trip.
Sayori's smile finally break. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah!
Ah.
Clutching her head in both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react.
I would have been more akin to jumping back a foot.
Understandably. Oh, she flew away.
She teleported!
Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Thinking to herself, maybe he didn't notice me scream. If I smile at him, he'll think everything's okay. I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this?
You friend-zoned her ass.
There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. If she should be doing less. Call the police. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Like, this is why places in Japan have nets over balconies so people can't jump. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I will do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day.
She might not last until tomorrow, so...
Well, it's tomorrow. See what happens. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori.
Oh boy.
But Sayori isn't answering her phone.
Oh boy.
I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily, though, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. And? No, you promised Sayori you would spend all day with her. Yuri can take a break. I mean, like, I'd rather spend time with Yuri, but that's just me. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will go great, too. Why is it so damn quiet?
Because shit's about to go down.
Like, look, you can see here, there's no sound at all.
Shit's about to go down.
Monika is pacing
no.
past...
Yuri should have been there by now.
placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. We've overslept. The long sleep. A dirt nap.
And Yuri didn't show up yet.
I say that, but I suddenly remember Sayori telling me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it was the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Or you can call the cops. Excuse me. I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? You didn't? There was no basically. You did. Well, we did. I did. I shouldn't blame him for that. That was me. The rest of this is all him.
Like she's blaming you, though.
No, I shouldn't blame him for this. This is all me now. Everything else is all his fault. That makes me really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Were you hiding in the bushes? Was the entire club actually there in front of my house when this happened?
Women gossip. With a bunch of chickens.
Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt chill down my spine after hearing that. Shh. Oh, I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh.
I'm not reading that whole thing. It's called Percent, though. It just says get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Oh, there's more. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
I'm confused.
What is this?
What is this?
I feel like Monica may be giving bad advice. Like, do it advice. Which is not a good friend. Is in fact a terrible friend. Never listen to that advice. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, oh look, outside. I quickly leave the classroom. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Yeah, Monica is very shady in all of this. I don't know how I feel about this. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give to her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door.
Oh.
Well, I was expecting it, and it still made me jump a little bit. What they did to the music is actually really good. An exception has occurred. File blah blah blah. See traceback text for detail.
You're supposed to tell her.
That's alright. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Well, she obviously did. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe that what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told you to call the fucking cops. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. Oh god, now you're being an asshole. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. this isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Technically, it is.
You could.
I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. Unless they actually deactivate it so we can't do that, but they did foreshadow at the beginning that you should save between every big decision. And now I carry this guilt until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Okay.
It's the end of the game?
Is that the end of the game? Oh.
Oh my.
So she's dead and all sort of...
Why is it glitched over?
I don't know. I like where this is going, though. It's gotten kind of nice and weird.
Did you play the game?
No. From what I've seen, this is what's supposed to happen. But you notice, it's only her.
Yeah.
Everyone else...
Everyone's glitched over her.
Yep. Just click the button. Oh. I see a Ain in there. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms. Oh, don't tell me they delete her out of the game? Because she's dead?
This got weird.
I'm not reading this again because I already read this in the first episode.
Oh. Oh. I feel like we did something wrong.
Oh, this is all new. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like I would be any girls in it anyway. Ooh. Oh, yeah. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with it. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ah! Oh. It's Monica. We're good. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. She also has this weird demon that carries a fan around and just goes up her skirt all the time. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Join. Are we gonna play through this and kill off each character one by one until there's none left? It's just Yuri. We're gonna save Yuri. That's what we're gonna do. Next up on our hit list is Natsuki. Ah. I wonder if this is supposed to be a metaphor for him coping with his guilt. Completely deleting her out of his memory and rewriting all his memories.
I mean, they obviously glazed over the whole school glazed over the fact that one student killed himself.
No, I'm thinking this is his memory of what's happened. Everything we've played up till now, he's rewritten it in his head because he can't deal with her killing herself. So that's why every time they get close to mentioning her or she's supposed to show up, it glitches out. since Monika is connected to Sayori's memory because of the club, she showed up glitched at first, but then... Huh? Yeah, it's just us here. That sounds kind of dull.
Maybe it's cookies this time.
Still could be cupcakes, because Natsuki's the one that made the cupcakes.
She's not wrong.
I mean, it writes in Comic Sans. Did she say she? I feel like this version of ourselves is way more articulate. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? No, you are the devil incarnate. You kill off club members. This is why you don't have a club, because you killed the rest of your club. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe this whole thing is just a rewritten memory, and he's actually killed off, like, the chess team.
Nobody ever invented this chess anymore.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's no cupcakes this time. I don't like this universe. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, because generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh, being generally, yeah. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. It slides open. They don't swing. Oh, Jesus.
For a second
She's back!
For a second she had a monobrow.
Yeah, she did. Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you're fine.
You didn't glitch. You're next.
Right? I'm killing this.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Well, two.
Yeah.
The other one we called Jailbait. What?
No, I'm not.
No?
What? Suki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Matsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
I forgot that Suki's technically a boy's name. It is.
Trap!
No.
Oh. Look at the trap.
Ooh.
Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Oh, there were going to be cupcakes, but everything was ruined.
Damn. Because the fourth member is gone.
Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Yuri's going to the closet again. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. I want something else weird to happen. I don't want to have to like deal with like all this shit and get all the way. Let's see something real quick. Oh!
Oh, okay.
It deletes your saves. Interesting.
Okay. So you can't return.
Yeah, and how far back can I scroll? Just the beginning of the scene. Interesting.
Alright.
Huh.
This game got weird.
I like it.
I'm good.
Okay. Thinking in about 30 minutes or so I'll probably cut it, and then we'll go I'm gonna go eat and take a shower as well, because we've been going for a good hour and a half, and at that point it'll be 2 hours, so that'd be great. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Considering how little I've read these past few years, it's the same exact dialogue with just slightly different changes. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, seeing Yuri's sad smile. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Your favorite type of novels changed. You liked horror before. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. Oh, okay, she's been reading a lot of horror lately, so it's the same. Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Natsuki averts her eyes. We all sit in silence for a moment. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Is that what that is? I mean, like, Monika's eyes look dejected. The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Monika looks over at me once more. Can I really impress a class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I'll see you tomorrow. With that, I depart the classroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, me, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I've unlocked a special poem. I think we'll end tonight by reading a special poem. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were getting my lungs were getting tired. All right, we're gonna save there, and next time we will continue Doki Doki Literature Club. That'll be next Tuesday, I believe, is the next time we'll be playing this. If you're all just tuning in for the first time and want to see, there's the other episodes are up on YouTube. If you just follow the link below the video here, you can see it. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you ever want to see this live, just come on over to the Twitch channel. It's also in the description. It's I stream this around 1 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays over on Twitch. Yeah, just come on over, hang out, once we finish this, we'll probably pick something else to play on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays we do Weekly Daily, which is a show I just started with myself right now. I'm going to try to get some other people involved in it. But what it is I play 3 games. I do the daily challenges for each, and we have a good time. And then Mondays we have Monday Night Blood Bowl, where we play a Blood Bowl match. We're in a league right now. So far we're 0-0-1, I think it would be. We haven't lost any, we haven't won any, but we tied 1. So that's what our league's doing right now. But yeah. So until next time, thank you everyone for showing up, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys next time. I might be streaming tomorrow, which is Friday. If I do, it'll just be something completely, utterly random and ridiculous. So yeah, until then, here's a blue boy. Bye-bye.